It is future Jason here, as you can tell by the garb. And unfortunately, with hindsight, I've realised that the following video is a total pointless waste of time and a massive failure. So, yeah, if you're thinking of taking your HiFiMan Eddition XS and combining them with a sundara headband to make them more comfortable, don't do it. It's too expensive. It's too much hard work. It doesn't even work properly. If you're interested to see me attempt to do this, watch past Jason fail miserably to do it. And if you're interested in some of the problems, I'll come back after the video and I'll explain some of the reasons why this is a bad idea. Okay, over to past Jason. What up, peeps? And I've been playing around with these HiFiMan Eddition XS's, and I really like them. They're really good. I think they've grown on me. Initially, I think I was comparing them with the Aria. I'm like, they're really good. The Aria's better though. But obviously they cost twice as much. But no, I've been living with these for a little bit longer, and I'm feeling the magic. There's something nice about these. So I'm half tempted to treat myself to a pair. I want to save up a few pennies. But the one thing that seemed to be not so great is the headband. It's the same headband that you've got on the HE400s. By the look of it, so it looks like the same headband but with black arms instead of silver. Although the arms might be slightly longer to accommodate the oval what's-its. But yeah, the headband, the top bit, definitely looks the same. I've got a couple of other headbands from HiFiMan, so I've got this one and the Sundara one. I'm just going to see if I can fit a Sundara headband onto these, because that should be a nice easy swap. This one, don't know, because these have got little screws in the side here. And these ones have got little plastic clippy-inny bits, so I suspect you'd need to do some further modifications to try that other headband. But if we could put the Sundara headband on it so it spreads the weight a bit with the leather strap, that would be a success. Ooh, and it would also mean that it would be easy-ish to stick on the HE400s as well. So let's give it a go. I'm going to start by putting a bit of tape on these just so I don't mark them when I'm trying to undo those knurled screws. Right, obviously you could just be careful, but I know that I've slipped before with these and just put a big scratch, and especially in the black metal you're going to notice it more. Does it feel like it's undoing? Yes. Feels like it's getting a bit looser. I'm not sure if it's unscrewing there. Just keep going through it. Ooh. See? Got complacent, slipped. You haven't got much meat to grab hold of. I suspect they've got a funky tool for doing these up and undoing them at the HiFiMan factory. Oh yeah, if we're going to be doing this a lot, we definitely need to make a tool. Any suggestions on how to make a tool to undo a multi-starred piece? I don't know, do we? I don't think a 3D printed thing would have enough cojones to undo it. Not convinced anything's happening. Let's dismantlise these and see what's going on. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to undo these screws around here so I can get to the bit where this attaches and see what exactly is happening. That's quite good. So it's got a screw either side of each hinge. Good, holds it all together nicely. Yeah, we're in. Okay. Okay, so that's the business end there. Here we've got the actual driver assembly with kind of spongy gaskets around the outside, material either side protecting it from hairs and dust and stuff getting in. Done quite a nice job of routing the cables on these ones, but I suppose they are the next level up. Quite thick body to these. So anyway, I'm going to put that carefully to one side. What's this? Ooh. It's actually metal. Play it like a harp. That's interesting. How am I going to get this undone then? Yep, that just turns. Why is that a thing? Why is it not a nut inside? It's just a Don't know if you can see it in there. It's just a smooth, round brass. What's it in there? Turns out this might be more of a ball ache than I thought. So I'm going to have to get some pliers on that. Okay, leave it with me. Pop that out. Yeah, it's like actually made of aluminium or something. It's like cast aluminium and then polished. Nice. Nice. Well, this is day 2, and it turns out that this has been a bit of a disaster. Not a total disaster, but some things I've learned. Measure twice, cut once. You know, that's the thing that you learn. And turns out the sundara yokes won't actually fit over the ear cups of these. They're not quite long enough. So the original yokes will not fit. Other things I learned. The little knurled screws in these are screwed into brass inserts in the plastic, which has then got thread lock on it. And if you turn it too quickly, the brass inserts just twist in the plastic and then you just can't get it undone. I ended up having to take a Dremel to this to get it undone. Went to put the headband back together, realised it didn't even fit. It took me about 2 hours to get the ear cup off the yoke. Didn't fit on the sundara yokes. I feel like a bit of an idiot. But as you can see, we do have one ear cup on a sundara headband, and it is much easier than I thought. wasted so much time, and I've now had to buy a pair of these because I pretty much ruined these by dremeling and screwing stuff apart. So these are mine now. I wanted a pair. The other thing that has made this whole thing vaguely pointless is I just found out that the sundara headband costs £129. So it's kind of too expensive to do this kind of mod anyway. You know, if that was £30 or £40, makes sense. I'm not sure why these are so expensive, but if the price does come down in the future, this is how you would change a Eddition XS for a sundara headband. So what you want to do is pull the yoke off this headband. This is the same as the HE400, so you can probably watch our video on that to see how that is done. But essentially this bit unclips down there. You probably have to lever it a little bit with something. If you peel that back a little bit, extend the yoke out to its fullest extent, and you'll see a screw. A screw in here. Do you see? See? And then take your appropriately sized screwdriver and undo that. Yeah, it's super annoying. We ordered in 2 headbands. One was reasonably priced and one was expensive. And I assumed that this one would be the expensive one because look how fancy that one is. But it turns out the sundara one's expensive. It's like £129. Ah! So expensive. Ah. Yeah, it's the cost of, you know, a pair of the HE400 SEs cost like nearly all the headphones I own cost 100 to 130. I can't believe a headband. Which is, it's alright, but it's not amazing. You know, I've seen nicer headphones on cheaper headphones. Anyway, rant. Too expensive, but better than this. So, here we go. So here we have our yoke attached to the ear cups. We don't have to undo those annoying knurled screws. Then on the sundara headband, what you want to do is slide this silver bit down. So wedge something in there. It's just held on with double-sided tape. Slide that down. Releasing, carefully. There we go, so that's off. Then slide that down to its fullest extent. Lever up this back plastic bit there, and you should be able to just remove the yoke with a bit of luck. With your 3rd and 4th hands, move those things out of the way. Oh, here we go, it's coming. There we go. That's that off, remove the little sundara logo-y bit. You can stick that back on at this point. That's going to go on. This will go right up its original what's it. And there we go. So then you have that. It's a bit of a janky mod, but it works. It works. So as you saw, I messed up. I threaded the inserts. The threaded inserts came away, meaning that I couldn't undo the nuts. Had to basically ruin everything, pull them apart, scratch up various pieces, and then the yokes didn't fit. Ah! And even though I managed to fit the Eddition XS yokes into the sundara headband, they're slightly longer, so it doesn't go all the way in. you know, with the clicky mechanism, it doesn't go all the way in. You could cut the top off that. So they did go in further, making the headband a bit smaller. This is just about right for me, but if my head was any smaller, it wouldn't fit. The other issue is that these are at the wrong angle. So they need to be angled in slightly. Otherwise, when you wear them, the large bit on the back of the pad presses on the back of your head a little bit too much. There's not enough wiggle room in there. Generally, this headband, these ear cups, not without a different yoke. I think that's the, that's the key. You could cut and bend this one, but by the time you've done cutting and bending, spent £129 on the headband. The cost and effort involved is just not worth it. I've now, because I've scratched these up, these are now mine, and I will find a solution at some point, but I may end up completely redesigning the ear cup like I did with the HE400s, just to see what they've got in them. I might have a bit of an in-depth tweak, which will, you know, it's going to take months. But I might eventually come up with an interesting set of mods for the HiFiMan Eddition XS, as well as increasing the comfort, finding a better headband, that kind of thing. So it's a future project. I failed. It happens. I get stuff wrong. But anyway, I hope it was interesting watching someone fail and do something wrong and ruin a £500 pair of headphones. Yeah, but anyway, see you guys again.